Winton titanium white.
And what do you have there?
Got me a brush and some cleaner.
I think we should go paint something. What do you think?
I'm into it.
All right.
Let's do it right now.
All right, let's get what we need. All right, so I'm back from Colorado. We are back in business. I had a great trip out there. I met with Steve. We painted some pictures. We drove around. We looked at stuff. We had a really good time out there. And while I was there, I grabbed this cool little piece of wood thing and I brought it back, and I think that I'm going to show you how to paint this thing today because it's awesome. It is a piece of a tree that was cut nice and thin. You see that? Perfect. I painted it with black gesso and I let it dry and all that good stuff. And I thought we would make a cool little picture on here today, something I can show you how to do. If you've never painted before, you can definitely paint this. This is super simple and it's really, really easy. So I would suggest that you get your stuff out because you never will know unless you try something. And I suggest you just follow along because it's going to be a cool, simple thing. Just like all of my videos. Everything I do is super simple. If I can do it, you can do it. All you have to do is follow along, pause the video if you need to, just kind of rewind it, do all that good stuff, and you'll be fine. Trust me, you'll be just fine. With that said, make sure that you subscribe, turn the little bell thing on and all that stuff, so when I release more videos, you guys will be notified because you don't want any of the videos slipping up past you because I got a lot of stuff coming. So let's go ahead and move over to the easel and get started. Black gesso, piece of wood. I mean, you really don't have to have a piece of wood. I mean, if you want, you can use anything really. You can, paint a canvas black if you want. It doesn't matter. You can have an oval canvas. It doesn't really matter. I paint on sheetrock walls and plastic tables, so I'm always like breaking the rules. So it doesn't have to be a piece of wood, but just I have black gesso on here. So let's go ahead, move over to the canvas and get started. It's so great to be back. Our class, December 13th, 14th, and 15th. Steve and Dana will be up here. It's going to be a very good class. And then my next class, I am teaching on January 4th. That's almost full also. I will put a link down there just in case any of you good people would like to travel to the East Coast. I think that's it. Let's go ahead and get over to the canvas. I have no easel. Get over to the easel. Canvas easel. Easel, canvas, wood on the easel. I'm weird. Let's get started. All right. Well, I think we're good here. Hopefully this piece of wood doesn't fall off of here because my little support screws that go into the canvases are not hitting the wood at all. All right, so I already told you I put black gesso on this, not canvas, this piece of wood. Black gesso, I let it dry, and then I went ahead and put some of my clear fluid on top of that, just a very small amount, and just kind of glazed it over, and there's a little shininess going on. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. And we're gonna do a very, very, very simple picture here. So let me start off with, let's do this. Take a little of our yellow ochre and red. And let me grab a little bit of white on that because this is black canvas, black piece of white. I keep saying canvas. It's got to show up, so we got to put some white on it. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. I like that. Nice. A little more red in that. It's good to change the colors up, each time. A little more red, a little more yellow ochre. Nice. And I'm just whipping it around carefully. I keep going back and getting more paint here. If you add a little bit each time, you're better off. because if you add a lot, it's just going to be a mess. Okay, a little bit more of the yellow ochre here. We're probably going to come down about halfway. Something like, somewhere around here, something like that. And let me grab just a little bit of white here. What do I want to do? I just want to brighten this up just a hair, just to make it look nice and relaxing and pleasing and all that stuff. And we'll put a few clouds up here. I just wanted to make a nice little bright spot. A little more white, red, yellow. Right there. And a little bit more right here. Something like that. All right, let's grab us 2-inch. I'm just going to sweep over this real carefully. And I think it's important to leave some of the different areas of dark and light in the sky, because that's going to give it some nice character rather than being one flat sky. All right, I think, let me just do one more thing here before we move on. I want a little bit more of that yellow ochre and red right there. A little white. Create a nice little backdrop. Let's go back to this here. Carefully sweep. All right. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a fan brush here, and yeah, I'm experimenting with this small fan brush here. It's a number 3 fan brush. What do I want to do? Let's take, this will look nice. I'm going to take the tiniest bit of brown mixed with some of this yellow ochre here, and a little bit of red. So if you think about it, I'm just really making a little bit of a darker value than what's in the sky, because like blue clouds wouldn't look, well, maybe they would look all right, but I think a nice dark brown would be a nice cloud base with a little red in it. All right, small amount. And I want to come right here, and I just want to drop a few little things in that'll look like little clouds in the sky. We're gonna blend the bottoms of these out and make them look nice. And I don't want to do too many on the sides because we do have a few trees that we're going to be putting in here. Just indications of little happy little, cut that part out. I can't be saying that, even though I wanted to say happy little clouds, but you know what's gonna happen. All right, let the comments start pouring in. Let them go. I'm waiting. You know what? I'm not going to edit that part out. I'm going to leave it because that is exactly what was on my mind when I said it. I'm not even going to lie. All right. Uh-oh. First time I've done that too. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble now. I don't even care. All right, I'm just going to blend the bottom of these out, just soften them just a little bit. I didn't really want these to be too distinct. I just wanted them to be there. Just to show a little different variation in the sky here. Okay, all right. Well, let's take a knife here. I'm also experimenting with this cool new knife, and I keep looking down at my microphone if you're wondering what I'm looking at. And I'm gonna I got some of that cloud color. Just drop the blue in there, black, and some red. Some blue, black, and red. I'm going to grab a little white. I'm curious what color this is. That's what I was looking for. Nice. Okay. And I'm going to let me step back, take a look at this. What do I want to do here? Yeah. I want to come up like this. I want to make a little bit of a different mountain today, different shape than I normally do, because let's face it, being different is good, right? Okay, so I'm going to set this palette down for a second, wipe the knife off, and go back to this dirty 1-inch. Let's just wipe it off real quick. I'm not going to scrape any of the paint off here with the knife. I'm just going to try to, I don't paint on wood often, but I'm going to try to pull some of this down. Something like this. And I'm going to continue to just kind of hit it on the paper towel and just keep on wiping it down like this. And it's cool to have a little bit of that orangey pink color show through, because it could make it look like mist or whatever. Something like that. I'm just making cool little designs here, whatever I think looks good. Just kind of pulling the paint in that direction. And like I said, this is a simple, very, very simple picture to do. All right, I'm trying to smooth most of it out before I put the highlights on, because I think that'll be easier. Oh, and that backlight, I'm so glad that I put that white in back there, because I think that looks cool. Okay, let me set that down. Get it on the magnet. Okay. All right. Let me get some white paint right there on the palette, right there, and I'm going to go like this. Some of that color we mixed into the sky, I'm going to throw it right in there just so it's not a pure white. Just mix it up a little bit. Like this. Let's see how this looks. All right, I want to pull more on a downward angle. Less back there. And come right up here, and I'm just holding it super light, the knife, and just drop some of that color in. Now you see here I went up into the sky area just a little bit more than I wanted to, so I'm just going to touch my knife up here and just kind of redefine this peak right there, see? Those things you can do. I'm getting a little bit more of my color here. Different colors are good to have. Drop a little bit of this red on top of there, like this. Give it a little curve here, because that shows direction at the bottom of the mountain. A little bit more yellow ochre in this one. A little bit more white. just want to make a little bump right here. Just right there while I'm at it. All right. Move some of this right out of the way. Take some of our original mountain color, base color, some blue, because blue and orange complement each other. Now this knife has a couple different sides to it. It has this side, the small side, then there's like a little medium side, which is pretty cool. You see, you can drop in cool little textures with that, or you can flip over to the small side here and see, just pull it right down. And I'm sort of scraping because it is a piece of wood. Just getting some of that color, you know, in where the shadows would be, where I would think that they would be. Make sure the angles look good and all that stuff. All right. Just wiping that knife off real quickly. Then I want to get some white with a tiny bit of our, I guess it's like a peach color. A little bit more white in this. And I want to just come right over this. Just to give it a little sparkly area right there. And also break up any straight line or whatever. All right, now I'm going to wipe the knife off and use the small blade. Actually, I'm going to pick up a little of that color. I want to drag a little bit of this color down like this. Just so it looks like, you know, like snow, whatever, rolling over the top here. I guess you would call that a snow cap or something. More color here, and then right over to the blue. That. There's just a little bump in front of it or whatever. All right. Just wiping this knife off here real quick before I end up wearing the paint. All right, back to, uh-oh, dropped something. I'm just wiping off this here. And I'm going to tap a little bit of this out like this. I'm not too worried about getting it into the dark area. And I'll do some circles. Uh-oh, I think this wood's going to fall off here. As soon as I make a tree, I think it's coming down. You know what? Maybe this here, actually, I better be safe here and hold on to this. Look, we can make a few little, looks like distant trees, but just a couple. You know, you don't want to kill the effect here. All right. All right, all right. Okay, let's see. What are we doing? What are we doing? I want to put in, get my fan brush. I'm going to get my fan brush and I'm going to make some stuff right here in front of this. So I'm going to use dirty fan brush with some of our, let me hold the palette. I'm going to get some blue, pretty much some blue, maybe a touch of black, a touch of brown. And let me see how this looks. Let me put something right here. I want this to be a little further away. This is just a baby little distant pine tree. See, that's going to kind of push that other little thing back there. And we can add some, stuff in front of it. Kind of goes up like that. Get a little bit more blue on there. More blue, black. All right. I will be shocked if this doesn't fall. So blue, black is what I'm using to, just to make little bushy looking things or whatever. What am I doing here? Let me get some white on here. A little bit of our orange color. It's going to be like a dirty blue color. And just for back here, I just want to, I'm like pushing my brush in. So this color here, there's a little white, a little bit of our dirty tree color, okay, and a tiny bit of our peach colors in there, just to dull it a little bit. I just want to make it look like little bushes or whatever that are maybe far away. All right. Do the same thing here, maybe. I'm lightly touching too. It's just super light. Super, super light, just to give it that other little element to it. All right, I'm going to pull some of this peach color out and do the same thing. I'm going to push my fan brush into that. And I want a little touch of that peach in there too, because if you think about it, that would be reflecting down. If our sky was a nice little peach color, it would be reflecting. All right, I'm going to grab this dirty brush right here, and making sure we're recording. I'm going to take us some little bit of blue, not a whole lot, touch of black. See that? And I want to get, you're not going to see this at all, but I definitely want to get some of this undercolor down here. I didn't do it beforehand. So blue, touch of black is all this is. Okay. And I'm going to let me just grab me a regular fan brush here, just a clean one. I just want to soften that back there a little bit. I'm not too worried. I hit some of these little bushes here. I don't really care about that. All right, I keep stepping back. I always like to take a look at what's going on. Okay, dun, 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 dun. There's that. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm probably just going to keep that fan brush going here. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's just put some of our snow in with the fan brush. So I am going to start back here and just make a little hill back there. Reload, get some, I'm running out of white paint. So I want to go touch, and then I'm just going to pull right across like that. Get some more paint on here. Do the same thing like this. And some of that blue should pick up that I just put down. Not worried about the edges too much because got some trees on the sides. And it's good to leave some of the dark, for sure. Leave that dark show through. And you could just use the fan brush to work it back and forth like this. And this is the funnest part. See that? And there's some nice little snow going on right there already. See that? Perfect. And if you want to, I mean, you can grab, you could grab a clean brush and just kind of work it like this. You don't have to use the fan brush if you're not comfortable with blending with the fan brush. You can do this. But my suggestion, leave some of that light, nice, beautiful white color showing, because that's going to serve as a nice little highlight or like a layer, see? And you want layers. You want layers. Oh. Little hair in there. Okay. All right, all right. Okay, setting this down, let's go back to the fan, the small fan brush, which I definitely am experimenting with this thing, so we'll have to see how it works out. I'll let you guys know. If I like it, they'll be available. Blue, black, much darker color, about 50-50. Okay. Let's make a nice something right about here. Right about, yeah. Right into that snow right there. Make me a little starter line. And this is a very basic painting. This is why I said this is something that you can do. It's super, super easy. Come right up here. I know the angle is not the best, but I'm going to touch here, push, touch, push. See that? Touch, push, touch, push. All right, keep reloading. Keep on reloading, because you're going over top of wet paint. Unless you want to scrape this off, just use a lot of paint. A lot of paint. I'm going to go right over top of some of this white, but I touch one time and then look, you're going to reload. Touch one time, reload. See? Just like that right there. Okay, get some more blue on there. Let's make that color a little more blue. What the heck, touch of red. Purple it up. We'll put one back here too. Growing right into that, same thing. Nice and simple, downward. Okay, 1-inch brush. I'm going to pull into some blue and black. Blue paint, a little bit of black. More blue than black. Touch of red maybe, that looks good. All right, tap. Don't be afraid of it. Get in there and beat it. Okay, now I'm going to come right up here, and I think maybe should I tap like this? I'm trying to think of the best way to do this where the wood isn't going to come off of the thing. I'm going to hold the brush sideways. See that? I need more paint. Start off small, you can always add more. Just like this. I'm going to come right down the side. See that? Just like this. Come right back up here. We can kind of fix the top a little bit. See that? Nice little thingy. And I'm going to come right down into the snowy area. Just like this. Okay. Add a few little, little extensions of this tree or whatever you want to call it. So this is kind of just closing it in, okay? All right, and I'm going to come right up here, and I'm going to put some little, little bushes or whatever, bushy things in front here, just like that. And same here. Just some of these little things in the front, just to make it look pretty. Kind of close it in a little bit. All right, you see that right there? Let me set this down real quick. Set this down, wipe this off, and I'm gonna, actually, I'm gonna grab a fan brush for that. Got more control. So I'm just going to drag some of this color like this. And what this will do is this just kind of cleans everything up. See? Like that. You can pull some of this out here. The tree kind of goes right into the dirt right there. Pull some of it this way. Super fun and super effective way to do stuff. Got a hair in there. Try to pluck it out. You see that? Pretty cool, right? All right, all right. Let me set this fan down. You know what? Let me do this. I'm going to grab some white paint with a little of that peach in it. I'm just getting some white paint onto my little brush here. And I want to just tap in some little highlights, carefully touching. See that? I'm barely touching this thing. I'm barely touching it. Pull some of it up if you want. Just gives a little highlight. Okay, let's grab the knife real quick, and I'm just going to get some brown mixed with our peach color to give us just like a very dark peach color. And I want to put something right there like this, and then I want to come over here and drop in a little, something. Indications of a, tree limbs and stuff like that right there, okay? This is super easy. You can even poke the knife like this, straighten your tree up at the top. Add a few little scratches and stuff like that. I'm switching fan brushes now. I'm just grabbing the small number 3 fan brush. And I'm taking some of our red and our peach color. And I'm just mixing that with whatever mud I have left here, which is definitely mud because I'm almost out of white. And I just want to drop a few little things on these trees here. Not too many because they're, I want them to stay dark. I think the dark looks good. If you put too much highlight on it, it's not going to separate from the back. All right, set that down. What do we got here? Okay, we have somewhat of a clean brush. I'm going to run this right through. Ooh, look, I wasn't kidding when I said we ain't got no white left. So some of our peach color, which I'm sort of making here. Just running through whatever now. Okay, get the idea? See this? Get it on there. I'm like pushing it on. I'm just trying to scoop up whatever I can at this point. And I just want to touch a little bit. That's too bright. I don't want it to be that bright, so I'm going to go scoop right into this pile here. I just want to put something to separate this here, just so you know that it's a tree. More red into that because I don't want it to turn green. And I keep reloading this because it's important to do that. Red and yellow ochre. And that'll give it like a little tree separation, if you will. Or if you want to get real creative, you can definitely get some more of that red, more of a red color on there, and just kind of sprinkle some of that around. But if you don't leave the dark in here, it's just not going to work properly. You can put some color in here too, a little bit, right? If our tree has it, maybe our bush will. Let me set that down. Okay, so my camera died halfway through my other camera. That's why you didn't get to see the other angle. I just got back from Colorado and felt like having a little bit of fun today, so I did that by painting on a piece of wood. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but painting on anything is always a fun time. So make sure that you do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, hit the whatevers, like that little strip at the bottom, hit every button except for the dislike button. Don't hit that button. And if you do, it still helps the video, so thank you. But good to see you guys. I have another video in the process right now. It's just kind of a multi type video. It's not really a full painting video. I hope you guys enjoy that when I release that, when I finish it. Sorry about the camera dying, but I got to get more batteries charged. I just got back, so I'm just kind of like all over the place. So hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you real soon. That's it. If you have any questions, send me an email, comment below. Make sure, comment below. Tell me, have you ever painted on a piece of wood before? I have once, and sheetrock walls. That's it. I'm done talking. I could talk too much. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. See ya.
Yeah, we'll be out here for a while. The better part of a month. Soon. In June, I think. That's when we're doing it. I want a copy of this picture one day.
What?
If you ever get one, I wish you'd send me a picture of this right here. This particular photo of Marie right here really captures her likeness well.